How you doing? My name is Tim Heidecker. I'm the host of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm here with Greg Turkington, one of the guests on the show.
Hey guys, good to be here.
And, let's take a look at some of our favorite moments from On Cinema at the Cinema. Hi everybody, my name is Tim Heidecker. You're watching On Cinema at the Cinema, the webisodes that talk about what movies are coming out this weekend and hopefully give you some advice as whether or not you should see these movies coming up. Some of these movies you should skip because they're junk.
John Goodman should be renamed John Greatman after this because he's Oscar worthy.
It kind of reminds me of Russell Crowe, speaking of the other movie we talked about earlier.
The great actors are all kind of the same in a way, that they have that kind of talent and they know how to use it.
Skyfall's getting 4 bags of popcorn from me, and Lincoln is getting 6 bags with 2 sodas.
Well, I thought it only went up to 5, so...
I'm giving it 6 bags of popcorns and 6 cans of soda.
Well, the scale only goes up to 5, but I'll give it 5 bags of popcorn.
6 bags of popcorn.
5's the most we can give, so I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn.
6 bags of popcorn and 2 glasses of soda.
But if it's 5 for the Bond and 3 for Lincoln, and it should only be 5 for Lincoln for you, because it doesn't go up to 6.
6 bags, and it does go up to 6.
I'm going to have to say 5 is the highest. That's, at least for me, that's the highest you can give. And maybe a little toy pistol filled with some soft drink or something. Maybe a can of Red Bull. But I'm going to throw in a roll of Lincoln pennies and a big Hobbit hug.
All right.
If you had those little crackers that are wrapped in seaweed, 5 microwave bags of popcorn and a cotton candy.
All right, so let's move on.
And a candy bar.
All right.
But I'm throwing in an extra tub of popcorn for Mr. John Goodman, who deserves a meal after his great acting job.
You could also add sodas if you want.
All right, then I'll add 100 sodas.
Zero Dark 30, which is a documentary about the hunt for Osama bin Laden, one of the original bad guys in cinema and in the world. And as we all remember, so many years ago, a couple years ago, we had the death of Osama bin Laden, killed in action after we spent years hunting him for the murder of 9/11 and who is responsible for terrible terror. And it's just another one of these vampire movies, I guess, and it's romantic and it's full of these sort of situations, which turns out to be that's very interesting, very scary at times, but also a lot of romance and really well made. You can tell that they shot a lot of this stuff in the woods and in certain locations that really work. Playing for Keeps is a movie directed by Gabriele Muccini. I'm giving it the Twilight Saga Brown Saga.
It's Twilight Saga.
Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn.
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Chick flick, as you might call it, called Anna Karenina. Starring
Karina.
And it stars, surprisingly, Bill Murray as President President Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Yeah.
Sorry. You got Peter Jackson's back at the helm. You got Morgan Freeman, Ian McKellen.
It's Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman, Egan McKellen, Richard Armitage. The other movie we had is Les Miserables, I guess you can call it. Another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie with Dolph Lundgren. Another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
All right, our next movie on the list is called Life of Pi. And I know you're thinking, dessert, pie, but this is actually the dessert, not dessert, it's the PI from math. And it's based on a book, not Private Detective either. Which is supposed to be a good idea for a movie. Be interesting to see what a PI does.
Have you seen Fletch?
Yes.
Fletch, Chevy Chase.
Or Bogey.
Bogey.
From the Bogey movies. I thought it was really fun. It really took the edge off.
Serial killers are not funny business. That's definitely a segment of society that should be eliminated.
I thought Dennis Quaid was terrific in this. And
I love Randy Quaid too. He wasn't in this, but he's also a very fine actor. There's something in that Quaid blood.
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins, the Hobbit himself, and that's what really makes this movie rock and roll.
how do they do all that special effects? In other words, the people that are tiny, short, small hobbits versus the tall humans, all the technology that goes into making this movie kind of makes you go. That's the plot of Star Trek 4. Argument over, argument settled. I have been proven correct once again.
No, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, is where they go to San Francisco. The voyage home, they go back into space. That's where their home is. That's the voyage home.
No, they're from Earth. That's where they're going back to Earth. The voyage
I don't
home.
think Spock is from Earth. I don't think you've seen anything like that on Earth. And Star Trek 4...
Guys, if you guys know the answer to
this
this,
is not the artwork from Star Trek 4. This is not the real. There's no hologram. You see, that's how you can tell a pirated
This
video.
is the original.
If you look at a legitimate video like the Dick Tracy video. Oh, this is a pirated video too. Anyway, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan is a great movie. I don't know what's on that tape. It's probably Star Wars 2.
Put the dick back in your pants. Can we use that?